More than a month before the U.S. operation striking Venezuela and capturing its president, Nicolas Maduro, most Americans said they opposed military action in that country. CBS News asked people about this back in November, and at the time, 70% of people polled said they would be against military action in Venezuela, while 30% were in favor of it. Now, across party lines, big majorities had said that the Trump administration needed to explain what the U.S.'s intentions were regarding those actions and felt officials had not done so clearly. When asked if they thought Venezuela was a threat to U.S. security, only 13% of people polled said the country was a major threat, 48% said it was a minor threat, and 39% said it wasn't a threat at all. And when asked if American action in Venezuela would have an impact on the amount of drugs coming into the country, most polled said it would not change anything. Leaders around the world are reacting to the U.S. military operation in Venezuela with a mix of support and condemnation. Here to break down those reactions is CBS News producer Leigh Kiniry. Leigh, good to see you. So how are countries like China, Russia, and Iran now reacting?
Well, the public reaction among world leaders has been split sharply along geopolitical lines, but those major powers you mentioned were certainly notable. China saying it is deeply shocked and strongly condemns the use of force against a sovereign country. And Russia's government, who are actively battling for territory inside Ukraine, accusing the U.S. of committing an act of armed aggression, which they called condemnable. And Iran, where President Trump has threatened to intervene to assist protesters just 2 days ago, said this was a clear violation of the fundamental principles of the United Nations Charter. In fact, an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council has been called for tomorrow morning. Colombia, backed by Russia and China, requested that emergency meeting. They will discuss what's happened and prepare a response. So, Chanel, we can expect more reaction to come.
And Leigh, what kind of message do you think this sends to, the international community?
Well, the phrase dangerous precedent appeared in more than one statement from world leaders, including that from the UN Secretary General. Will this action embolden authoritarian powers across the globe? That's the question being posed. Could it strengthen China's territorial claims, for example, over areas such as Taiwan? And in Europe, where leaders have been rallying in support of Ukraine for nearly 4 years, based on an argument that Russia's invasion of the sovereign territory is illegal, the question of legality of this Venezuela operation will continue to be important, so we can expect more on that, Chanel.
Leigh Kiniry, thank you.